just ended our trip here at Sodwana Bay. Conrad, it was a successful trip. Thanks for having us out, and I just can say, guys, this is an awesome experience. I mean, for me, the second time fishing ever, it's quite a big jump from lake to the sea. It's quite a big change in how you do things, and it's not just, I learned a lot. I learned the way that you guys flick and use your arms, and it's not just trolling and throwing in the water and hoping for something. You actually work for your fish, and I saw that. It took me 3 days to catch something, and it's still with your help I had to get something out of the water, but still just the experience and everything going through was just next level. And I was talking with you earlier about your different types of baits that you use and what type of fish you're targeting with different types of baits. So I don't know if you could just tell people like your different sizes and stuff, how you guys work with lifelike lures going into into your mindset going into fishing, saying what we're targeting today and how we're going to go forward.
Yeah, so firstly, I'm glad you guys joined us, and yeah, I'm glad we could host you and learn you a few stuff. And yeah, it's like you say, it's always a privilege being on the water and just admiring nature and obviously everything the ocean offers you with all the different species that you can actually target. And that brings me to all the different models and shapes we have. Like, we could pick up on this trip that the fish were interested and focused on smaller lures. So we've got a big range, ranging from 80mm up to a 240mm stick bait. And most of the fish were caught on 150mm and smaller on this trip. My friend 𝗪𝗼𝗟𝗗𝗃, he caught all of his fish on the 170 stick bait, but what I could pick up was the color that made a massive difference on this trip. Most of the fish were caught on a coral trout, but it's a neon color. So that's what we actually saw, that color on this trip made a massive difference. I caught all my fish on a diving popper, a 150 diving copper, also coral trout. We just got the nice reaction out of them. Today was a bit harder with the getting the bigger fish, but then when we arrived at one spot, we actually saw the smaller fish, the smaller GTs, the black tips, the bluefin. They were chasing the bigger lures, and we moved to the smaller stick baits and actually got good success with the smaller lures. So that's the benefit of having smaller lures in your arsenal.
So what advice would you give to people going out and joining you guys, obviously buying your lures and saying, listen, I want to target these types of fish? Would you say, listen, get one of each, get your different types, get more of one? Do you think it all depends? I mean, we were 3 days we were here, and we saw a difference in fish every single day. Like the first day we only caught one fish, the next we doubled up and caught 4 GTs and a barracuda, and then today it was just smaller types of fish. I mean, in a span of 3 days, that's not actually a lot, but just if you have some advice for people, just saying, listen, what types of lures can we buy from you guys? Saying, get this one, try this one a bit. Is it a trial and error thing, or can you like say, listen, I can tell you, if you buy this one and this one and this one, you have your arsenal, and then you can try on the water in real life, trying out what works.
Yeah, that's a very good question. I would say it all depends on the setup you have in terms of gear, your rod that you have, your reel that you have, your braid strings that you have. We talk about PE. So you get PE, let's say 10 to 10 to 12. It's about the strength of the braid or the line that you're using. So the thing is, you can't buy a 150 gram lure if you don't have the setup for that. So then I'd suggest you focus on the smaller lures. We saw on this trip, we have a saying, bigger fish or big bait equals big fish. I'll say in some terms it can be true, because it's got more drawing power, and on this trip we saw, if the fish are focused on smaller lures, that's what they're going to eat. So I would say you have to buy lures according to the setup you have. Quick tip, of a tip that I can give from our side is sinking stick baits are more common, and it's more, I can say, it's versatile to fish with. It's easier to get the action. So I would say if you are a beginner, I would stick to poppers, diving poppers, and sinking stick baits.
And then now the question that I had from the beginning was the difference that what we're doing today, or the few days that we're here, and all the other guys over here. So we were the only ones close to shore, not going out to the deeper sea. So what is the different type of fish and that we're targeting? And obviously, what is the difference between the trolling and the for someone like me that hasn't been fishing for, well, that's I mean 2 times isn't a lot, but yeah, like I don't understand always. That's the first thing I asked you was like, why are the other guys going out and just throwing a couple of lines in and see what they get, while you targeting with working fish and trying to get that side of it. So what's the difference in the styles?
So I would say, firstly, if you troll, you cover a massive area of water. So and you can go a lot deeper, where you get different species that obviously run deeper. But with the way we fish, obviously you can go up to 40 meters and still use poppers. That's getting to the edge. But if you're targeting shallower reefs, that's what you're mainly targeting is reef roaming fish. Especially we are looking for GTs. So that's where you would start, is by getting that reef that's holding the fusies, the bait fish, and then searching for the specific species. So all these other fish are actually bycatch. We are actually looking for that big G, and then the kutas, the barracudas, the bluefins, the black tips, the green jawfish. That's everything. It's extra that you catch in terms that's how I see it, because we are here mainly focusing on GT.
And then what was your main draw to the type of fish that you do, not fishing that you do now? What was your main, like, this is my type of fishing that I want to do? Because I see even with your boat setup, it's obviously designed for what you're doing now. And what was that first initial, like, this is what I want to do with the fishing that we do?
So I would say, for me, hunting and fishing it goes hand in hand. Like, in terms of you're hunting for that fish, you're working for that fish. You in hunting terms, you'd say you walk in the field, and we always say animals, they don't have clocks, or they don't have watches, in terms of and they don't have a chain around their neck. They can run where they want to. The next morning, or the one day you'll see them here, and the next morning you think you're gonna find them there, and they're not there. Same with the fish, like you saw today. Yesterday we were in the sports, and it was roaming with fish, and it was crazy to see all those action of the bait fish on the surface, and then I immediately knew we were going to be on today. And today there was no action, and according to the moon and the tides, everything should have been right, but the fish just decided not to be on, or not to bite today. So for me, it's that thrill of you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know what you're going to get in terms of you're hunting for the specific species. And obviously, like I told you, the GT was my ultimate fish to catch, because I think there's a lot of people that they specifically, if they can choose one fish that I want to catch, it would be a GT.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. And I heard you say something about the GT being the bully of the sea.
Yes.
So just explain that little term that you used there. Why is it called the bully of the sea?
So we've got a phrase, gangster of the reef. They're so powerful, and like they just roam, and I say they're the bouncers of the reef. Like, everything on the reef fears a GT, and that's just to know that if you hook that fish, you in for a massive fight. Even you felt how strong that small fish was. Pound for pound, I think it's one of the fish that give you uphill from the hook up till the end, from lower back to forearms. to.
No, I'm feeling everything. I don't even fight the big ones, and I'm sore.
Yeah.
Like I could feel that this 3 days on the on the boat was hectic. Like any gym session, like you guys can see, I'm twitching. Like I'm very active, actively sitting, and but yeah, no, it just the way that you guys, we have some footage, and we actually want to share some footage of what we were secretly filming as a little documentary as well. So enjoy. Yeah, so it was a rough couple of days. I struggled a lot, but just the experience with you guys with Lifelike and WildTide Africa, I mean, I would recommend this for anyone. This was an absolute dream to do. I know I'm going to make some of my friends jealous because they want to do these types of fish, and I get to experience it as well. So now I think with you guys, what you guys are doing with your fishing safaris and with the way you tie in your fishing safaris with your Lifelike lures, it's actually it's such a cool thing to see that everything works together. You don't go out on a fishing safaris and use other lures. You use your own and you test your own. I saw you test. That was just so interesting to see. And the techniques, like I think I learned like 3 or 4 techniques just in that one session. Like you told me,
like that reverse cast.
Yeah. No, I was kind of gangster. I was holding it on sideways at one point. I was like,
I love it.
No. I saw the
monkey see, monkey do.
We have one of the clips we see. Me and Alma were talking. We just see you just look that way and just throw this way. And I'm like, that looks cool. I'm gonna try it. You know? And I tried it. I almost caught myself a few times. I heard your dad scream almost. I almost nicked him as well. But I did try a reverse flick. But no, it went good. No, and yeah, it was tight. Just the way you have to bounce the lure to make it.
Get action.
Get action on it. No, it's really incredible to see. And if you can just tell people where they can find you guys and how they can get in touch to come do this awesome fishing safaris. I mean, that's what we're here to do, is to show what amazing safari it is. And obviously, it's not just a safari. You guys do everything for everyone. You cook, you take food onto the boat. You guys, from A to Z, you sort out. So just tell everyone where you can find you guys, and yeah, thanks for everything for outside.
No, awesome, thanks. I appreciate it and appreciate your guys' time. Yeah, so we'll leave our link or website on the at the end of the episode, or
in the description.
In the description.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and we are on Instagram on Lifelike Lures SA. That's our Instagram page. We've got a website, www.lifelikeLures.co.za, and obviously the taxidermy. If you get a hold of us, all our contact details are on the website and on the Facebook and Instagram page. So
yeah, that's actually one thing I forgot to touch about, is the taxidermy side. Yeah. So how does that part work? Do I take the fish out, take it to you, or what? How does that process work to get the fish mounted, basically?
So what we focus on, we really support catch and release, and that's the message we're trying to get out to the people. So we privileged to have almost 250 plus molds. So the only thing we need is your fish length and the girth. So if you're not sure how to do that, you can either call us or the important part is also taking a good picture of the fish. So if there's specific colors or if the fin is skew and you want that, we can offer that for you as well. So we try to replicate the fish as close as possible to the one that you caught. We can even make it longer or shorter if we've got a mold that's the correct weight, but it's not the correct length according to the specs of the fish that you caught. So we only need the weight. If you've got the weight, that's also good, but length and girth of the fish and a nice photo.
No, so what I hear, I'm gonna send my tiger fish to you, and I'm gonna get back a 10.8.
That's great.
Because I know the guy was in Kumati taking the photo while I was still on the boat. So
yeah,
so
what you need.
No, but it's great to hear you guys sort out from A to Z. There's really everything involved in this, and it's fun to see a passion project like this going forward. And yeah, please support Lifelike and WildTide Africa.
before we end, I just want to take the time to thank all my mentors in the business and in the fishing industry. Bertus, he's been a big mentor to me. Uncle John, that's no longer with us, he's been a massive influence in my fishing career, can I almost say, in developing the lures. Eddie, Arno, Eugene, there's a lot of guys that's been really involved in helping me and supporting me, and giving advice where it's needed. Sometimes I am a little bit stubborn because I know what I want, and I will never stop with something until it's like I'm vision it in my head. So, but yeah, just thanks for all the mentors and everyone, and especially my dad, my parents. They've been a massive support in the business financially and just with the right advice, business advice from my dad. So I'm very privileged in that way. So yeah, just thank you for that.
No, perfect. And then a special shout out to Mornay, that's behind the camera. He's just a little shy, but we've got some footage of him talking, so let's just play that just to see how he is.
Yes.
But thank you for watching, and like and subscribe.
Yeah, so we obviously the back to the back and then
So,
okay.
that's fine.
So
Mag het nou? Ek kan opsit.
ja, so wat ek wil sê is ek kan net sê en dit soos
Nee, kijk niet. Porno.
yes.
Kijk niet naar porno.
Ja. Nou, mis jy, soos dit klink dit praat. Kyk my in jou border.